Right. Okay. How are we, chit chat? How are we? Should be good now. How we doing, chat? What's good? What's good? What's good? Thakim Dub, what's good, man? Future, welcome. Taylor, how are we doing, mate? How are we doing? Renyi, what's going on? Costa Rica, how we doing over on Twitch? What's good? What is good? We're just getting the posts up where we need to get the posts up, chat. We're just getting the posts up where we need to get the posts up. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Lilith, what's good, mate? Welcome. Leroy, welcome to the stream. Do we need some communication from Arrowhead? Yeah, you're not fucking wrong, mate. I know what the fuck is going on with them right now. They're in a really, really weird time. What time is it for you? It's 1:45 in the afternoon for me right now. Wayne's World, welcome to the stream, dude. I had a busy morning this morning. We had to get an upload on the main channel. Had to get an upload on the second channel for the Arc Raiders. Been a busy morning. Cloudblaze notification said, love now. What are we loving? Oh, no. Ah, we changed it. We changed it. Bollocks. There we go. We changed it. We changed it. We changed it. Knew it'd be yet prior. Yeah, fair. Fair. Second channel of love. Yeah, I appreciate you, Wayne. Appreciate you, man. It's doing really well, actually. We're 1,000 subscribers up. How we doing, Stephen? What's good, mate? Taylor over on Kick. Welcome. Woke up from a nap from notification from your channel and insta-logged onto your stream. Appreciate you, Renyi. Appreciate you. Yo, Cloud, we got a W this World Cup. Argentina has been defeated. Viva la España! I'm gassed, honestly. I was gassed. Gassed that they fucking beat him. So gassed. I really feel like they were on a sneak under the radar vacation. I think of any other reason why they are super long delay. I have no idea. I don't understand it. Part of the team is on vacay. I know that Mitchmus is away right now. He's on holiday. Some of the team are away, but half of the team is still in studio. I don't understand why. To be fair, this is them having a normal one. They released one good update. Reviews have returned, and now they are back to their old ways. Never changes. Yeah, I know. I know. Another fire game was France and England. That was fire. Dude, that was my final. The France and England game was my final. It was fucking incredible. Incredible to watch. One of the most exciting games in the World Cup, if you ask me. But again, bias. I'm English, you know what I mean? They handled the loss very well. Dude. Wayne, it was a lot. Whether it was on the pitch or on the streets, the Argentinians were not fucking happy. They weren't. They were fuming, mate. I literally have 0 point in playing. I maxed on medals and don't need super credits. Yeah, Davey boy. Do you know what, mate? Yeah, like I'm in the same boat. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Don't know what's going on. I don't know why this is sat where it's at. I really don't. Confused the fuck out of me. Argentina did well. They did nothing the entire match and was sad and angry they lost. Yeah, but that's because what they were trying to do was they were trying to take out the entire team in fouls before they did the attack because it worked with England. They took us down and they beat our morale. And credit to Spain, they didn't let it chip away at them, so they didn't crash out. As I remember, we were supposed to get a war bomb before 40k, so that's where we're waiting on. Yeah, I know, but like, where is it? Do you know what I mean? It's been a month. What do you mean by huge delay? Was the next war bomb supposed to be announced? Yeah, the next war bomb was supposed to be out in June. In June? Was it in June? It was in June, right? We've been waiting like 20 days now. So we're waiting on 2. Yeah, but the 40k war bond is not one that we're going to be getting anytime soon, is it? Realistically, by the looks of things, it was looking like we were getting it later in the year. So, Duke, how we doing, mate? Spaniard player never did a whole flip, and Argentina player tried to protest it. Yeah, but he was a dickhead, isn't he? Fernandez, was it Fernandez? He literally flipped a Spanish player in the fucking air and then tried to argue it. I think, fuck me, man, honestly. But he was a douchebag. Absolute douchebag. You asked me as an England man. I think you revoke his visa from him playing in fucking Chelsea, that's for sure.
Jump complete.
France versus England was a fun game to watch. I'm glad the rat-faced cheaters lost the final. The worst team to ever play the final after Argentina 1990. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. Had to return some paperwork to my job this morning, even though I'm off. Got a coffee and ready to spread democracy. Yeah, let's fucking go, bro. Let's go. I mean, the war bond for June is most certainly scrapped and put into the campaign rewards, is what it looks like. Wouldn't surprise me if they just skipped a month and continue with next month. It wouldn't surprise me either. Like, it baffles me, dude. Baffles me. Baffles the fuck out of me. They've only released the superstore items, nothing from the actual war bond. Dude, I don't know what they're doing. Don't know what they're doing. It actually makes zero sense to me at all. Like, you've got to be doing something, right? You've got to be finding a way of getting this out, because right now saying nothing and doing nothing is not working for you. You know what I mean? Right, the matchmaking is open, chat. If you want to join in, you can do. Where's my helmet? You don't get the helmet until the end of this campaign, dude. Best thing was watching the coach crying at the press conference. Nah, man, I don't think it was as good as when they just kept flicking the camera over to Messi as he was crying, looking up at the crowd. I thought, yeah, fuck you, man. Fuck you. What was even wilder is that Trump tried to stand there while they lifted the fucking trophy. Oh, crazy. What's with the war bond at HC2? I'm 1,700 hours in, but I have nothing to research or unlock. Yeah, mate, I know. It's what I'm saying. It makes no sense to me at all. I heard an interesting rumor on the next Space Marine game being modeled more like Helldivers with the universal map and shifting wars, you know, 500 worlds and stuff. That would be fucking cool. I don't know if that's ever going to come to play, and or if it's just a rumor, but I saw that, bro, acting like he was part of the team. Dude, it was wild. Considering he spent the last month saying he doesn't trust Spain and he doesn't want to do work with Spain anymore, and he doesn't want to have anything to do with them again. Like, I found it wild. I was like, oh, you're going to stand there and celebrate with their national team, man. Nothing burger. Yeah, man, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know what they're doing, but they ain't building nothing, mate. Hello? Gotta get it at the lower region. There you go. Pop tops off. Pop tops off. The top pops off. What the fuck? Oh my god, why would you put that there? Let me know if you need a fourth. I'm going to drop now, but I'll be watching on my phone. Yo, you can drop on in, dude. We've only got 2 of us.
Democracy has landed. Reinforcing.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Requesting sentry.
Alright.
Freedom forever.
If anyone wants to join in, feel free. Have you on Arc, but not on this. Yeah. Screenshot it right now, Duke. Screenshot it. 3, 2, 1.
Engaging terminal. That's called democracy. Calling down a sentry. Watching sentry.
What delay are we talking about? Like the nearly month delay on the warbomb. Wonder what the armor passive would have been for the FRV warbond. I have no idea, dude. It's one of those, and it like I don't know what they could have done to have made that worthwhile. Do you know what I mean?
300 meters.
Really don't. Really don't. I feel like they set themselves up for failure, and then they said that they've put a delay on it, and they've said nothing about it from that point. Right, it's just wild to me.
Objective located north.
I don't know why they've not said anything though. What was that friend code? Screenshot the friend code. Screenshot the friend code. 3, 2, 1.
Marking location north.
Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldiver to combat zone. Tactical asset nearby.
Requesting air support.
Delivery payload.
Better the delay than the warbond than deliver something half-baked. It is a lukewarm take, to be fair. I don't think that is... I don't think that that's entirely accurate. Like, I get where you're coming from. I do. But in the same breath, I just kind of think... Dude, you're not even communicating. Like, if they were communicating about it, like, what's the hold-up, what they're working on. Not, like, telling us what it is. But just, like, speaking to us in some fucking way, I think I'd have a lot less to say about it. Do you know what I mean?
Allied destroyer joining squadron.
A lot less to say about it. But they've not said anything. There's been no word on it at all. The only thing we wouldn't have got with the resupply FRV, the rest of the content looked really good, like the new laser weapon revolver. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember that. What the fuck?
Tagging location north.
How much often you play the game yourself? I seem to log in once the MO wise. I've got about 2,500 hours in it. Plymouth, how we doing, mate? Dums, welcome to the stream, dude. Yeah, it is all very frustrating. I think it's all bollocks, to be completely honest. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. The problem is, though, is we hit a point in time where they're all positive, the reviews come back, everything goes good. Lilith said it perfectly. How the fuck did you know I was there?
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
What?
Point me to the enemy.
Oh, well, this is fucked now, isn't it? Look at this. What the fuck am I going to do now? Tomaton stream sniped you. Dude.
Heavy, cancel that. West. Close.
Helldiver, reporting to the front.
Where?
Marking location.
Fuck.
Calling down a sentry.
Enemy tactical asset within threat range.
They're fighting bots, so this will be fun. Oh, don't get me wrong, I don't disenjoy it, you know what I mean? Toxic Pit was good. I'm excited for the Warhammer Warbond. Yeah, I would be. But I don't think it's coming anytime soon.
Orbital inbound.
Firing orbital laser. Automaton facility destroyed.
Calling in orbital strike.
AE1 held Arrowhead Community Team, or what was it called, where Buzz was kicked off? Oh, the Propaganda Commanders. Yes, yes I am. Killzone warning weapon, any good? Tempted, need content. The Killzone weapon. I don't particularly enjoy the Killzone stuff, if I'm honest, no.
Get some. Get some.
I want to just be transparent with you. I don't enjoy the Killzone stuff. Yeah, I'm a part of the content creator program. Yeah, Pepper, thank you so much for the 10 bitty titties. Appreciate you, baby. I didn't switch over my video system. There we go. What?
Dropping a pin. North. Far.
Hold the phone. I'm so very confused.
Bot fabricator. North. 200 meters.
Found something.
Requesting orbital strike. Bot fabricator. North.
Ma-
200 meters.
My sound mixer won't put it through the right.
Requesting air support. Drop him. Requesting sentry.
Okay, I'll have to just accept that. That's really fucking weird. I don't. My sound isn't coming through the right place.
Tagging location. Never mind. Northwest.
Appreciate you, Duke. Appreciate you, son.
Tagging location. Cancel that. Northwest. Bot fabricator. Northwest. 300 meters. Requesting air support. Never mind.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Pepper. Appreciate you. That's right, Cloud. Nothing beats the Masters of Ceremony Warbond. Gotta have that flag and Connie combo. Do you know what I'm saying? Fair play. Fair play, man. You gotta have what you gotta have. Gotta have what you gotta have.
Requesting sentry.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happened to my sound audio. So I don't know if it's coming through. Is it coming through at all?
Calling in orbital strike.
No, it's not. I don't know. We'll know when a donation comes in.
Sending in an eagle.
Audio is much louder than you are. Right. Okay. Well, my voice audio should be better now, at least. So weird. I don't know what's happened to all of my audios. It's really odd.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Ready to liberate.
Marking location. Northeast. Cancel that. Spot fabricator. Northeast. 100 meters.
Oh, that nearly killed me. Ooh, louder, please. Wait, what do you mean? What do you want? What needs to be louder? The game?
You will never destroy our way of life. Last reload. Requesting air support. Activating some
Oh, no way. No way.
mag empty.
It didn't kill him.
Freedom never rests.
It didn't kill the turret. That was weird as fuck. Are you for the new TCS missions? Yes, I've been on the new TCS missions. They were okay. They were okay, but I did kind of think that they cheaped out on it a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Throwing supply beacon.
I feel like they cheaped out on it a little bit. But that's just me. Damage in this game is so inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Ashlyn, how we doing? 1 second, chat. I've got to get this done.
Calling in reinforcements.
Request outpost cleared.
Oh, damn it. I don't know what happened there. What happened there?
Calling down a sentry.
How's it going, guys? Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. I'm pretty tired. Oh.
Sending in an eagle.
Come on.
Helldivers never die.
Nah, you gotta be joking me, man. Hey. How?
Hellbomb armed. Clear the area.
Spot asset destroyed.
Nice. Where's your gamer subs or whatever? Drink that. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, same. Adulting is hard. Yeah, I know. Summer holidays has come and it's
Calling down a support.
messed me up, Ashlyn. It's messed me up, mate.
Spot outpost spot.
The fucking sweet mother of God is going on?
Reloading. Injury. One injury.
Shit. Stim. Stim, chat. Stim. Stop playing this game because the devs are mismanaging.
Not today.
Very well put. Mismanaging, yeah.
Calling down equipment.
Calling down a sentry.
Mismanaging is a great word in. No, I'm not ready for that. Not ready for it in Phoenix. I'm not.
Calling down supply.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Reload.
Outpost destroyed.
Dude, on what fucking earth? On what earth is this normal? On what earth is this normal? Chair is going to have to up its streaming game to give Cloudy a break. Yeah, it's gonna be a long 6 weeks, I think, Ashlyn.
Joining the
I
fray.
think it's gonna be a long 6 weeks, but here we are. Hashtag dead. Do you know what I mean? That's not Earth, dude. Yeah, yeah, valid. We'll go and pick up somebody else's shit really quick. Why are you in close range with that loadout? Oh, brother, are we playing that game? Yeah, we're good. 500 ragdoll effects. Dude, it's crazy. They need to drop Warbond tomorrow. We need something. We do need something. I would just like them to just even if we're just communicating. Do you know what I mean? Just tell us why we've not got it yet. Like, are you actually working on it? What's the crack? Pair any yellow gear and pick the most TKing stratagems you can think of. Brothers and sisters will love you for it. Fair. We will get something. Dead silence. Have they said the reason for such a long delay? No. The last thing that we heard off of it was the Baskinator, who said that she has no idea what's happening. She has no information. I was like, oh, okay. That's right. And it feels so good. Are you telling me that that laser is not gonna... Time Ranger, thanks so much for the 15 months, man.
Happy birthday, mate. Doing a conny run today?
I don't think we'll be doing a Connery run today. It's not really the automaton ways. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what it is. That's holding them up. Do you know what I mean? But I just I just want to know roughly when. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't require... I'm not going to be like a spoiled brat and be like, you should be telling me why. I don't care that much. Do you know what I mean? But I think in the back of my head, I am like, it would be good for you to say what's going on. Like, there's been a delay because of X, Y, and Z. We are still working on it. We haven't forgotten about it. Like, a really simple PR response. Do you know what I mean? But something like... that can at least tell us, like, it's coming next month, or it's coming in 2 weeks' time, or it's coming in a few weeks' time. Watch out for the trailer, it'll be here soon. Like, do you know what I mean? Just, even if you have to lie and say, oh, we've had some issues with the war bond, and we are having to work on it a little bit longer. Like, okay, calm. It's aiming to be out within the next 3 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Like, and this, I think that though, this is the reason why we've not seen another war bond. I don't think they're gonna issue another war bond. I really, really don't, because we borderline hold them to it. Do you know what I mean? And I think that that's why we'll never see. I don't think that's why we'll never see another roadmap, because they couldn't make the first one work. And when they couldn't make the first one work, we all went, yeah, but you said June. Like, why would you tell us June if it's not going to be June? Like, when is it then? I don't see them doing another roadmap. I don't. Not because they don't have a plan. I think that they do have a plan. I just don't think that they... I don't think that they know what that looks like. Do you know what I mean? If Arrowhead just said the ugly facts upright, like, they seem to think it's going to be a negative. Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like they think it's going to be a negative, but it wouldn't impact negatively. Today is the war bond? I don't think so. So they have no plan. They definitely have no plan. They will probably have something on a whiteboard somewhere. But I think that that is about as far as it goes. Humble bundle this month is looking pretty good. Is it really? Just give me a level of mortar. I don't even know what I want anymore. Do you know what I mean? What did you say? I'm not... Yeah, I've been live for about 30 minutes. I've just been muted because you two were chatting. I didn't want to disturb the conversation. You going to do GTA 6 updates when it comes out? Absolutely. Absolutely. Every YouTuber you know is going to be doing that, respectfully. What's good? Keej is in the chat now. This is why you have notifications on, Keej. Just saying. Oh, I'm not muted. I'm not muted. I am muted. Fuck. Fun fact, by the way, Machinery of Oppression has been out longer than Into the Unjust. Wow, who'd have thought that one coming? Yo! Dums, thank you so much for the gifted memberships over on Twitch, man. Appreciate you, appreciate you. Thank you very much for that, my dude. I appreciate it. Be released the same day as the new Raider deck in Ark, so never. Ooh, shit. Yeah, I think that they, I don't know. I think that they'll release the, what's they called? They'll release the Warhammer 40k War Bond at about the same time that GTA comes out. Why would you do it? I don't know, but I think about November time, we are likely to see. We're likely to see it. Yeah, it is, I guess, yeah. Everyone talking about Arc Raiders dying. Well, look at the state of Helldivers. This game is dying. I'll let you into a little fact real quick. Hold on. I uploaded 2 videos this morning. One on my 180,000 subscriber channel is at 9k views on the Helldivers video. And I uploaded a Arc Raiders video on my 4,500 subscriber channel, and it's received 8,000 views. So, I mean, you see that how you want to see that. But yes, I would say that although Arc Raiders is not doing as well as it possibly wants to do, it is definitely not as dead as Helldivers.
Sending in and requesting air support.
Appreciate you, Duke. Appreciate you, man. I didn't think about that. Whoa, destruction. Suffocation. No feeling. I saw that this morning. People are clearly still interested in playing Ark. They are, yeah. They are. As to how well it'll do, we'll have to wait and see.
Objective located. East.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, no, I'll be watching that after this. Well, I won't be watching it on stream because copyrights and all that shit. A lot of cheaters still, unfortunately. Yeah, there is, yeah. Like a lot as well, like a lot. Zacharias was good. Sorry, I only really understand English. Apologies. I see a lot of people saying the war bond needs to hurry up, but we need more than war bonds on repeat. We do, but a war bond is better than nothing, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do we need a war bond? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Is it better than having a handful of empty space? Yeah. Yeah, it is, yeah. Tinfoil hat moment, but I still think the 40k announcement was a bit of a key jiggle moment when everyone was on fire from the EXO Warbond. Yeah, oh, 100%! 100%. Anyone who tells me differently is absolutely fucking delulu. They did that as a, no, stop complaining. Look over here at the shiny thing. Fucking, no way. I don't think that's going to survive now. I think, oh, okay, well, the turret survived. Oh my god, wait, how have we lost all of our fucking reinforcements? Oh my god! Nice. Looking forward to watching that. Hey, Cloud and chat. How's it going, Jackson? What's good, man? What? Game has gone into administration. Yeah, it doesn't shock me either, to be fair. Nice.
Get some! Get some!
Oh, your screen on chat doesn't show the BTTV emotes. Wait, what do you mean, dude? Been thinking of it. Sometimes seems nice, yeah.
Marking extraction point. Calling in
Why was the first thing I witnessed as soon as I joined the stream? What, the getting popped up by the by the fucking
no diver left behind.
popped up by the stratagem. Solid 800 hours in Ark, so it's not like I've missed anything. Yeah, fair. Played some Hunt Showdown again yesterday. Damn, that is fun. Extraction shooter. 400 hours in. Doesn't get boring. Do you know what I've been enjoying? The finals. Don't even know why. Just really enjoy the finals.
Reinforcing.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, I've actually had quite a good amount of time on it now. I can really, really, really having fun with it. And it's not normally my sort of game. Do you know what I mean?
Joining the fray.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Requesting ES3. Reloading. Field.
Fucking hate that laugh, man.
Calling down the sentry.
The finals is actually fun. I gave it a chance, and yeah, it is fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, man. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Been playing Risk of Rain 2 while HD2 gets fixed. Peak games right there. Fair play, fair play.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Calling down a sentry.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing. Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
Waiting on Ace Combat 8. Yeah, fair. Not a bad game. Liberty game, what's going on, man? Anyone tried Power World? I've been enjoying it, to be fair, Ashlyn. I just haven't had much time in it. I've only had a few hours back in, but I thoroughly enjoy Power World because I'm a big Pokemon fan, so it's the game that I always wanted, do you know what I mean? As a Pokemon fan, they just never gave it to me, so here we are.
You have proven beyond doubt the mettle of the Helldivers.
You're not into streaming it? I just don't think it would do anything on the channel, to be fair. Otherwise, I probably would. But I also don't know what their updates look like and stuff like that. But, yeah, I don't know. If they had regular changes and regular updates, let me have a quick look. Because if they were doing, like, regular stuff, then I probably would cover it. But because I really, really enjoy it. I'm just not, like, up there. It's more like a game that I enjoy for my time. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not, like, rushing to get through it the same way I am with other games. So. Last update was the 18th. Oh, no, they're Power World tips. Replacement mode. Power World tips. They actually haven't had. They had a patch update on the 15th, which was the 1.0 bug fixes. Not every game is content. Some is recreation. Yeah, I agree with that. Yo, how's it going there, Krennic? What's good, man? Yo, I'm glad as well, mate. I'm glad as well. Just seen a lot of people seem to love it. Yeah, if you enjoy like Pokemon and all that sort of shit, you'll enjoy Power World because it's just one of those games. It just makes sense to me. Baba Yaga. Take back, because I do love collectibles, but handful of just collectible items and eventually stop being useful for anything other than the event they put out of their ass. Pull out of their ass, yeah, fair. Can y'all go play a stealth mission on the Prior Worlds? Have we got any stealth missions on here? I don't think we got any, have we?
Let us secure the sustenance of Super Earth.
Don't have any. What do you think the next big update will be for HD2? We invaded Cyberstan. Did Oceane before that. Feeling a squid update next. I don't know what's giving you a big squid update feeling. Like it's almost as if there was like a giant void that was just randomly in the Galactic War. I don't really know why anyone would think that that would mean that something was coming. Do you know what I mean?
Allied destroyer
Yeah, I don't know.
has joined squadron.
Void is symbolic of the Arrowhead communication strategy. It's alright, man. We won't find out anything with the Void for like another year. We've seen that from the Gloom, right? Because that Gloom is still there nearly 2 years later. That's just Joel's coffee spill on the squid's front. Ah, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he's an interesting fellow. Is our right, I don't like doing those missions. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see if I can reset the map. No.
Preparation aborted. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit
Rather do this.
synchronized. Hellpod primed. Engaging orbital thrusters. Hellpod launch suspended.
Go on, Wesm, for the stealth mode missions, please.
Aborted.
Have we got stealth missions on Wesm?
Helldivers rally to expel the bots from this world. Will you join them?
Initiating FTL jump to the
No.
raise-in system.
I'm not raising flags. Yeah, black flag close to full completion. Great game, man. Great game.
Mission coordinates
We
locked.
must hunt down the automaton space station.
Hellpods prime.
Really? None? You just saw it, Costa. What can we use? What don't I really use all that often? Let's just use some EATs, fuck it. We must look for the ass. So close to level 99. GG's, man. Keep it up, keep it up. Gunships are usually always a nuisance to me, especially on cyborg worlds. I don't actually enjoy the cyborg worlds in the slightest. Check the lower difficulties. I don't want to do lower. I still haven't got it. Still haven't got Assassin's Creed. You like the cyborg missions? What? How we doing, Devil? What's good, mate? I wish there was more cyborg missions. No, I don't. I don't. Oh my god, I love farming sims. Who knew farming would be so fun? Oh my god. I want more variety in missions, a lot more. Yeah, I think you'd think by this point there'd be loads more variety. Not your vibe, Cloud. I don't mind a cozy game. I don't mind a cozy game, but I gotta be in the mood for it, do you know what I mean? Yeah, fair. Cozy games are my favourite.
To the sky. Orbital incoming.
Found something.
Incoming.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I enjoy Pacopia on my Switch. I haven't played it on for a little while actually. I haven't picked up Pacopia in a long time. What the sweet fuck just happened there?
Calling in reinforcements.
Democracy has landed.
Oh, that's what happened there. Yeah, I might need to jump back on Pacopia at some point. I haven't played it in ages. I might do it tonight actually while I'm laying in bed. It's been quite some time. I hate mowing IRL. I pay someone else to do it. Yeah, so do I.
Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way. Mission at 10 minutes remaining.
New mag.
Liberty dispensed.
Oh, it does my head in, man. You take one of them out, and there's always another one just waiting in there.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
How we doing, XL? What's good, mate? What the fuck?
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Requesting advanced weaponry. New mag.
How can they just repeatedly drop them on me? Fuck! Alright.
I'm on it.
There we go.
Requesting objective equipment.
Did they increase max mags for the hyena? No. No, I've got short mags. Oh fuck, I didn't switch to the right weapon. I've got short mags on.
Out of ammo.
Oh, gotcha, yeah. No, dive!
Calling in reinforcements.
The hyena's been growing on you. Yeah, it has me as well, to be fair. God, I really wish my teammates would stop fucking dying, dude.
Reinforcements have been launched.
Dude, how are you supposed to do this? I think the hyena is one of those weapons, right? Just grows on you slowly. Are you joking? And then you just pop on a factory strider. Yeah, of course, yeah. Hyena hits like a truck? No, it does not. That's not true in the slightest. Fire tornadoes for the first time in ages, boys. For fuck's sake.
Automaton outpost destroyed.
Use your weapon and don't die, pro tip.
I got the terminal.
Extraction is available.
Takes 2 to 4 business days. Right, it's a lot better than the return policy for fucking Helldivers, right? Delayed war bond takes fucking 3 to 4 business weeks. Dude, stop dying.
Orbital inbound.
Felt like it to me when I used it on an Illuminate armor. Fair enough. I personally would disagree with you, but I understand that people have got their preferences and the way that it feels for different people. Not all heroes wear capes. Maybe you do wear one though. Hey. As I said before, Arrowhead is on vacay, whether they admit it or not. Okay, that's probably a fair one to come to conclusion on. You know what I mean? That's fair. What the fuck? That was not fair. I used my jump pack. That should have flown me out. Oh.
Automaton outpost scrapped.
Calling down a support weapon.
Here we go. He moved to the side when I pulled the trigger. No.
Sending in an eagle.
Whoa, you guys are in for the bees. Got the birds and the bees, the bees and the bees, the birds that used to be bees, the bees that want to be birds, but look like bees. Bees that be like bees, birds that like birds. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Overkill. Overkill.
Throwing supply beacon.
Fucking hell. Alright.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Oh, fucking hell. Alright.
Requesting air support.
What? Did I just miss that?
1 minute left. Destroyer preparing to leave.
You like bees that much? And let's oh fuck. Doink. Yo! Stim. Shit. Oh shit. Hi ho, hi ho. Oh no, that's not.
Requesting air support. Requesting tac pack.
Super destroyer leaving low orbit. Emergency extraction shuttle deployed.
To the sky.
Oh, did that just happen? That just happened. That just happened. Fucking hell!
T-minus 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Oh my god. Having fun. Yeah.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
T-minus 2 minutes.
Activating jump pack.
Look at that. What is that supposed to mean, Taylor?
Mag's empty. New mag. Lock. North. 50 meters.
I ain't got nothing to take that out, boy.
1 minute.
Chat, if you haven't already hit that like button, appreciate yous. C4, just hide it out, man. We've got nothing to compete against that. I've got no sims left.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. T-minus 10 seconds. Clear
No. Nah, I'm sorry. That's bullshit. No. I got a broken leg. What? Yo, Taylor, appreciate you. That was crazy, dude. That was crazy. That was a clutch stim. Yeah. That was crazy. Don't know how you got out of that one. I don't know. That's getting recorded, though, because that was peak play, dude. That was peak play. Well done, my dude. Well fucking done. How I survived that is nuts, mate. He came in clutch there, dude. Came in clutch. Crazy.
Super Earth will never forget the Helldivers we lost today, nor the incremental.
The struggle for managed democracy continues. We have no.
I feel like we switch it up a little bit. Let's let's drag this down here. Bring this up here. Open this up. How's it going, Trav? What's good, mate? I have already watched this. I haven't watched all of it because I wasn't really paying attention, I won't lie. But I do support my friends. So, we are going to give this a quick watch because I want to see your guys' reaction to this. I want to see your guys' reaction to this. This is the sad and slow death of Helldivers 2. Now do a stealth mission if you can. Yeah, I'll reset it. We'll take a look while I'm doing this.
How a player feels towards Helldivers being one of indifference or apathy. You see, it's important to first understand that apathy is not hate. Far from it. Apathy is the state of indifference or the suppression of emotions, resulting in a distinct lack of interest, enthusiasm, or motivation.
Fair.
It's a feeling of, for lack of a better word for it, just feeling meh. However, when you turn to the medical definition of apathy, it takes on a very important specificity. You see, medically, apathy is the lack of goal-directed activity. However, before we dive into all this, I wanted to say two things. The first is that I'm doing this video just mostly off the top of my head. It's coming from the heart, and so if my delivery is a little bit out of sorts, you know why. The second point is that I'm not taking this opportunity to curb stomp Helldivers while it's down. I've loved the game since my very first dive back in early 2024. Its combat sandbox offers up some truly unique ways to let players express themselves through tactics or skill. But love alone or enjoying the combat alone isn't enough to
Nah.
get this game to grow and ultimately to evolve. Back on
I think we can all comfortably say, though, that Helldivers has had their peak. You know what I mean? Trying to get the game to grow now is borderline redundant. Do you know what I mean? You would have to... Good God, I don't even know what you'd have to do. You'd have to change up everything. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think that that's a fair statement. I don't think that there's a way of turning this ship around. I think at this point it's just damage control to maintain and contain. Do you know what I mean? It's frustrating, dude. It's frustrating. Right, give me 2 seconds, chat. I'm just gonna put this onto this screen real quick. I'm gonna quickly go for a wee, so bear with me. I'm not gonna be that guy that that plays a video and you lot watch it while I go for a piss. It's not going to be a bit of me, but we are going to talk about that because we're going to watch this video and go through it, because I think that the idea of what people are saying, where they say that the game needs to grow, we need to bring more people in. Dude, the game is 2 years old. Do you know the game is 2 years old and it's had some really high peaks. I think at this point we're at the top of where it is. It is possible. Springtrap and Jason Voorhees brought in loads of players to DBD. Yeah. But when we say loads of players, what's the growth numbers like? When we start talking about percentages, like where are we sat with that? Do you know what I mean? I don't think it could be much larger. Right, let me go for a wee. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay. Okay. Right. Let's have another look.
June the 4th, we got this announcement from the Helldivers game director centered on progressing progression. Odd title, but okay. And inside this
When
post
did he say that was?
Mikhail June the 4th, we got this announcement.
June 4th. June 4th. We are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nearly 7 weeks since this article.
From the Helldivers game director centered on progressing progression. Odd title, but okay. And inside this post from Mikael Eriksson, we learned about galactic campaigns, a more specific application for player progression, some changes that were supposed to be coming in short order, which is still not all.
Yeah, I did wonder why that was the case.
Arrived. Keep in mind this post was from a month and a half ago. And finally, things like a level cap increase, fixes to Hellpod steering, and stratagem balls bouncing were effectively punted down the line, with all of that coming sometime later this year. In fact, if we run this thing back just a little bit further to the end of April, when Johan Pilstedt, Arrowhead's CCO, took to Reddit with his unannounced Ask Me Anything, that makes it now, what, roughly 2 months?
How we doing, Jen?
Where we've seen what come to the game. A whole bunch of back and forth with armor levels and durable damage, landing us back where we started before all the tinkering began. We've now got galactic campaigns, the campaign terminal, and in-game rewards are back for winning said campaigns, which should have never been taken out of the game in the first place. And, you know, overall players feel it. They might not be taking to the social channels and calling out the studio, but I guarantee you they feel it.
Yeah.
They are internalizing it, and it's led to this general movement to other games. Right now, as I'm sitting down and recording this video, there's 48,500 divers logged on worldwide, with 35,000 of those being PC divers.
All right, so right now we have got 41,000 people, and on the Steam DB, it shows 31,000. So we're on about the same numbers.
Now, back when we got Xbox joining the game, there was that whole ODST war bond, and alongside it, the Into the Untested update dropped. And that's when we got that famous quote from Sham Georgiani asking us to stop shitting our pants because the total player counts had topped over.
God, you know what? It actually feels like a... Oh, what am I doing? Fuck's sake, man. I just took this off. Actually feels like a lifetime ago that we saw this number. Like an absolute lifetime ago. 500,000 players. Do you know what I mean? Like 500,000. 500,000. It is so long ago, dude. So long.
500,000 players, including both consoles and PC. So, in what, 10 months' time, the game has shed 90% of its players that were diving back on September the 2nd, 2025. And I've got to tell you, Xbox players still haven't returned.
No.
They got into the game, they saw what was happening, and they just perma-checked out. And even now, you know how you can see them when you go to your friends list and game, but they're just like grayed out because they're all off playing something else. So now it's back to a vast majority of players being on PC, with a small slice you can find over on PS5, and a handful, I mean a smattering, left on Xbox. And at this point, the game is done expanding to new console markets unless Arrowhead or Nixies somehow ports it over to Switch too.
They're not going to do that. Please don't ever fucking do that. This game can barely run on a decent PC. Do not port it to Switch 2 because you will murder whatever fucking reputation you have left. Please don't ever do that, dude. Please don't.
So as a studio, this is what you've got to work with. Now, the good news is that somewhere spread all over the globe, you've got something over 20+ million Helldivers. At least according to a report from Alinea Analytics back in January 2026. But as a studio, you've got to start giving those 20+ million players a lot more reasons to log back in. Back in late April, Arrowhead announced they were moving from a system of everyone got every reward, regardless of their circumstances, as soon as they logged back in, 1 month, 2 months later, whatever. All the medals, weapons, and cosmetics were there waiting for them, which is...
Now, yes and no. Okay, so there was still like a time gate between these rewards. So like even with all of the standardized the standardized capes and stuff that we all received, there was still like a 4-month gate on it. So it is a bit difficult. I know we've spoken about this quite a few times before, but there was like a 4-month. If you've not played the game for 4 months, then it wouldn't have given you the rewards per se. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So they did tell the truth to a degree with this, but it did have a bit of a clause because they have to have it within a certain gated period. So it was always FOMO'd, but realistically, if you hadn't played the game in 4 months, why would you care if you had any? Do you know what I'm saying? 4 months is a long fucking time.
Is the system this game operated with from day one. It's always been 100% about community, managed democracy, all for one and one for all, you know. And we went from that to a system of incentivizing players to log in with in-game rewards. Log in sometime during the Galactic campaign, even if it's just for a few seconds. Stand on the bridge of your ship, log back out. If the players win the majority of major orders during the campaign, you're going to get the reward. But here's one of the factors that has plagued this game since it launched, being that none of this is actually spelled out for players in-game. There's something like 1.4 million people in the official Helldivers Discord. Not all of them are going to be seeing those announcements pop up over there, but there you go. That's how many there are. On the official Helldivers 2 YouTube channel, they've been posting these campaign trailers, Operation Census Thunder, Termicide 2.0, and these things range from 286,000 views up to 400,000.
Now, 400,000 has got to be close to what we would estimate as the maximum player base, right? That's borderline everybody being able to see it. I think I can't remember when it was clarified, but I'm sure it may have been Shams. But it also may have been Peelastat. I can't remember, but we're looking at about 1 million people logging in per week. Something like that. But that was a good few months ago. So if you take into consideration the natural drop-off, you're probably looking at about 500,000, maybe 600,000 total players per week. But to put it into perspective as to how little of those log into YouTube, log into Discord, log into Reddit, take a look at any of the posts and stuff that go up on there, this is pretty much your primary usage. There's about 200,000 people that aren't looking at this in the highest form possible. 300,000 people in some cases. There's a lot of people that don't have anything to do with the internet but still enjoy playing the game. So that's where our complaints come in about your announcements being strictly on Discord, and then they started doing the trailers, which is great that they've expanded it. But there needs to be some sort of communication in game, and that's what I think we thought the terminal was going to be. Do you know what I mean? So it's a really difficult one. It's a little bit etchy, but
and these things range from 286,000 views up to 400,000. The studio also pushes out notifications to Twitter and Reddit and Steam, but again, none of this is found in game. When you fail to meet your 20, 21, possibly 22 million players where they're found at, that being in game, they start checking out. They weren't there for the April announcement that the game rewards was doing a complete 180 because they don't want all that smoke and insanity of logging into Reddit, X, or the
Discord. Appreciate that, Taylor.
Arrowhead is failing to meet the needs of its players when it comes to keeping them in the loop, and it's been this way since launch.
Yeah.
There's no bestiary. There's no compendium.
And this, do you know what? Like, I love Buzz, and I agree with everything he's saying. The problem is if we're still saying this 2 years down the line, just stop beating a dead horse. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're 2 and a bit years into the game's existence. There's still no bestiary. There's still no in-game announcements. There's still no compendium. There's no nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not, after 2 years, it's not coming. Do you know what I mean? And it is frustrating because you get the dispatches and they always say, go to your Galactic War table for more information. It doesn't work like that. Do you know what I mean? Bluestone, what's good, brother? How you doing? Do a goddamn propaganda news article about it in-game. This is Coretta Kelly coming to you live about the upcoming operational Kill All Bugs commencing date. Yeah, 100%, yeah. Yeah, and I think that's it. Like, communication is key. The problem is if they can't communicate with the small community that they've got on Discord, Reddit, and YouTube, if they can't do that now, they're not going to issue us anything more. And then they'll use the excuse that, well, making media costs money and it's time and we have to have it pass everything and Sony have to approve it. Fuck, bro, come on, man. Like, you do a weekly patch update. Well, you were doing a weekly patch update. We don't do that anymore because I know full well that you're able to at least get something out weekly in terms of communications. You are, for full fact, you are, because you were able to do weekly updates. You were able to. You don't do it anymore, but you were able to do weekly updates for the best part of about a year. So you are able to get things approved and pushed into the game every single week. Why we don't have like a weekly news pump in through the screen? We literally have a terminal that plays fucking trailers for aftershave. I just think that utilizing Coretta Kelly would be a lot more helpful, and I'm sure that the actress behind Coretta Kelly would love the extra money.
The Galactic Table actually used to give us less information than it does now, but that took a long time to show up in game. Not to mention all the hidden mechanics in the game that players have to turn to third-party sites to even learn that they existed, like durable damage, status buildup, and the rest of it. Why is the broadcast terminal, that big screen TV thing, not blasting
It's hilarious, man. Me and Buzz are on such a wave.
Changes and hidden stats? The ship technician that drives us all batshit crazy when we get back from a crazy hot extraction, and she's like, "Good mission, but you forgot the samples." I mean, first off, can we please get an emote that allows us to send her back to work in some far-off terminal in the ship? But if that's not possible, why isn't she keeping players in the know about what's going on? Like if movies for our ship destroyer big screens take too much time and the Galactic campaign computer is busted, which it still is.
Yeah, you are right, Cthulhu. That's not the technician, it's the shipmaster. You are right.
By the way, not running in DX11, and the campaign major orders are still not reading correctly. I feel like the ship technician with a clipboard could, receive a higher calling and possibly give us some useful info for once. For instance, did you know shooting durable body parts with laser weapons is actually futile? Something that players could actually hear, process, and then take that knowledge with them during their next dive.
I think that people would still ignore that. I'm not gonna lie. Like I like that information, like utilizing lasers in durable like I think that people would outright ignore those statements. I do. And my problem isn't that there's not a bestiary. My problem isn't that there's not a don't get me twisted, it's not a fucking helpful. There's not like a way of explaining gambits. There's not like a way of explaining this, that, and people come into the game and they have no fucking clue what the hell is going on, which is in turn actually why the new terminal is quite helpful. But my problem is that there's no level of communication in terms of like being able to get the right feedback from players that are actually playing every day. Not people that are in the Discord and just enjoy being in the Discord but don't actually play the fucking game. Do you know what I mean? Like I think that the best way of working this is giving information that actually matters. Do you know what I mean? Rather than I don't know. Maybe that's just me, man. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong or whatever, but
tangent over. Anyways, EXO experts released on April 28th. It's now, July 18th? In 10 more days, that's 3 months when we were told that War Bonds would release at 6-week intervals. Now, there was an announcement and a complete shift away from the last War Bond that was set to release, which was tossed around in the community, that it was the Helldivers War Bond with the FRV and supporting gear for that theme, and that was halted after the player backlash of putting vehicles into War Bonds. And
allegedly.
By the way, solid call there to take that one out of the rotation. But Helldivers is a live service game. It's often seen as a seasonal game. Players...
Again, I wouldn't classify this as live service anymore. I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I don't know what you guys define as a live service game, but I wouldn't say that this was fucking live service. I don't. I think that although on paper, even if you update your game once every 3 months, it would classify as live service game because it's forever evolving and changing. But the way that they've done this,
come back for the major story arcs. They log in to check out the new war bond, and then they slowly drift off again.
Yeah.
Machinery of Oppression and the invasion of Cyberstan started back on February the 10th. And we've already spoken about the lack of a war bond, which should not be the only means of progression players get to engage with inside the game. So, yeah, let's get into that.
Got the intro. He's put his intro at 8 minutes. Got a fucking hell, Buzz. That was detailed as shit, brother. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Lilith. I don't see that.
Also found in this June 4th post is a section spelling out player progression that is supposed to combo with the galactic campaigns, bringing in personal campaign progress, which basically allows us to fight and earn personal rewards in case the Helldiver army as a whole loses the campaign, and we stand to get 0 rewards for that weeks and weeks of effort. Unfortunately, like the level cap increase, Hellpod steering overhauls, stratagem balls bouncing and disappearing into the ether, and this player progression system, these things were all announced with a caveat of coming sometime later this year. You know, when it comes to Arrowhead, I feel like they operate much like we heard about with recent reports concerning Bethesda and Bethesda Game Studios, and that in some cases, there was something like 14 levels of leadership. Even a small, like, visual change had to pass through before it could actually get approved. I mean, there has to be someone over at Arrowhead that is willing to step up and say, this is what we're going to be doing, this is what I expect, and this is...
Can you imagine 14 levels of leadership? Can you imagine 14 levels of leadership? 14 levels. Like, hold on, whether. I don't know if I've got my marker pen. Do I have my marker pen? Right. 14 levels of leadership. 14 levels. Ugh. Just so you guys know what that looks like. 14 levels of leadership. You can't see it. "14 levels. That's one level. Two levels. You see where the problem's coming here? 14 levels. Okay. That's fucking wild. Okay, Cthulhu's just said to me in his job role there are six levels of leadership between Cthulhu and the King of England. "14 leadership roles to make a decision on a fucking patch." Come on, man. 14? 14, man. That's crazy. Ashlyn, savage.
Is the time frame, no exceptions, no compromises, and it just gets done. The new galactic terminal is cool, I guess, but you know, the information it's giving us is the same we could find on the galactic table, maybe just a little more fleshed out. But this new galactic campaign system is exactly what we had back in the game in 2024. It's just now called a campaign system. It used to be 2 or 3 major orders back to back to back. Pick which planet you wanted to liberate with this reward attached, pull it off, get the reward. Or here's some new experimental weapons, try them out while battling the automatons, and since you won those major orders back then, those strat weapons are now available for permanent unlock on your ship acquisition computer. So it's the exact same stuff now. Fight for weeks, organize the troops, win or don't win a reward, the end. In the meantime, we've spent the last, 5 months going through an arms race with devs adjusting this over here with durable damage to enemies, then buffing Helldivers, and it's going back and forth for months to now get us to a point where things can still hurt your armored vehicles, but now the little ankle biters can't. And, you know, the community sees that.
That's taken a long time, yeah.
My audio's busted. Oh, that's too bad. Here's a super credit hacker prevention
Taylor,
mechanic.
screw you, man.
Hey, I can't steer my Hellpod and I keep landing in cyborg meat grinders. Oh, that's too bad.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
So that's why we don't get loads of content, patches or communication. Because it has to go through 14 levels of leadership.
I don't think they were specifically talking about Arrowhead themselves. I don't actually know the line of 14 levels of leadership. I think they were talking about a different company. I know that they were because that was with regards to someone else. But it was just an idea of how it is that the gaming industry actually layers their game development studios. Now, I would be intrigued to know exactly how many levels of leadership Arrowhead actually go through. You guys on Kick are fucking delusional. Stop. But yeah, Lalo, thanks so much for the 5. I don't know why that keeps coming through my actual PC. That's really freaking frustrating. But thank you so much for the 5, man. I really appreciate you. I assume it's like 4 to 6 in Arrowhead and then on to Sony. Could you imagine how much goes through Sony, though? Liberty Gaming. Taylor. Ashlyn. Calm yourselves down. Yeah, that is. I never really thought about it like that, actually. But when you start incorporating things like Sony as well, that's like a whole different tree, right? That's like a whole different tree. The tree expands so much. Do you know what I mean? Because it goes all the way through Arrowhead and then it has to go to Sony. That's crazy to me.
It's a helmet. Missions and mission design has remained largely the same, and I feel like this could have been an area
Taylor.
where
You enjoy
Arrowhead
it.
could have invested the time instead of spending 5 months taking up dev time and monkey pawing durable damage changes back and forth to get us back to the point of a net zero. Now, I'm not a developer, but Hellpod steering and strap balls bouncing from here to the moon and back at one.
Actually, think about that. Think about that for a second, right? You would have... Dude, I need to get a new pen. This is infuriating. The box that goes from here, that would go up to there, boss. Up to there, boss. Up to the CCO. Up to the CEO. Then it would have to go all the way along over to Sony's representative. That makes it to there. That would then spread off into numerous directions. And that would go to like 1 authorization, 2 authorization, of which that would probably span off into 3 directives over at Sony. And then that would have their box offs. And then once all of them had boxed it off, that would go to individual there. That would then box off and go to this individual here. They would communicate, and then that would go to the top dog. So you are probably talking quite a close. Yeah, this looks like a football fucking play, dude. That's a big headache. That's what I'm kind of saying, though. But I think this is what they're dealing with at the moment. I think this is what we're looking at. Something similar to this. Obviously, this isn't accurate. But having it go from Arrowhead, going up to their boss, depending on what it is, obviously, would go through to their boss, go through to the CCO for the creative director, go up to the CEO, and then that would go probably back down somewhere else. There'd probably be somebody here that it would be their job to send it over to Sony, of which that would go to the Sony rep over here, and then span off into different categories to get approval from Sony. Once all of those had approved it, it would go to their bosses to go back up to the main technician. That would send it back this way, communicate it over to here, and then go back down the chain. So you can kind of see why it is that it takes so fucking long to get anything approved. Again, this isn't accurate. Sorry, mate, I can hear you now. Oh, does it go to Sony Europe first? Yeah, it does. Yeah, he's from... Yeah, okay. So it'd probably span further than that then. Like, do you know what I'm saying though, chat? Like, I'm not giving him excuses. Sorry, I'm just going to mute this again so I'm not interrupting. I'm not giving him excuses, but I do think that there's no coming back from that. Do you know what I mean? Because Cthulhu's just said in my ear, like, it'd have to go to Sony Europe before it went to Sony head office to get approved. That's fucking nuts. I need to get a new whiteboard pen.
One time worked better. Let's say they actually worked
Appreciate you,
properly.
Bluestone.
So then why is it we need to form an official committee to investigate the issue that you caused and then come up with a proper solution? I try to contain myself right here. I'm literally clenching one of my fists. If you want to see players bounce from your game to play something different, install teeth-grinding bullshit that drives them nuts. And then tell them,
hello there,
hey,
Clip Factory.
We hear you, Mr. Player. That's going to take us 6 months.
layers.
Players don't have the time or the patience for that.
Cake
crap.
like layers.
You are the studio that installed it, so uninstall it. And can anyone explain why at times I will just randomly explode while on a planet or catch on fire when there's nothing on fire around me? What drives me crazy is Arrowhead has the winning formula. They had it back in 2024 before the Galactic War modifier was introduced, effectively gimping player efforts. And so my thought is they can find that winning formula again. And speaking of that modifier, it's high time to nuke that thing. Nothing gives a player a feeling of hopelessness more than what that modifier actually does. Now it's either follow the mob wherever it goes or face the possibility of no progress. And when players feel like a game is either aggravating them on purpose or not valuing their time, that's when you see the greatest feelings of apathy set in.
Yeah.
I was there when the game launched and through that first year, and that's not the way this game felt. It was much more dynamic. We could launch covert operations on planets that were not tied to the EMO, and we could do some actual damage there versus the bots or bugs. Malevelon Creek is just one example of what a smaller force of dedicated divers used to be able to do, but those days are over.
You can't do that anymore.
Which is in many ways why we see this tribalization of factions. It's an Illuminate major order, so why are you bug divers over there doing your own thing? You know, that sort of thing. You know, way back when, it didn't matter, but it does now. And when you
Oh, I gotta disagree with him here. The bug divers meme, it fucking mattered back then, dude. The bug divers meme has been around for a very, very long time, man. Very long time. The bug divers meme is as old as Malevelon Creek. 1 million fucking %. 1 million %. Back when Malevelon Creek was a thing, the bug divers not moving was still a fucking thing. It was still a thing.
You take away player choice to play the game the way they want to play it, they just move on. April 28th, Exo Experts Warbond drops, and we see quite a nice spike in the players, at least here on the PC charts, but 6 days later, it's crashed. Also, there's no visible spikes or improvements in the player counts since Arrowhead made that announcement that you had to log in to earn the Galactic Campaign rewards, which means Helldiver players are motivated by other outside forces, things that reward players and don't come in the form of a new shiny reward like a new FRV or rifle. Things like dynamic gameplay moments that create I was there memories. Things like speedy pro gamer changes that are made to improve the feel of the game versus we'll get to it by the end of the year.
How you doing,
Things
Rebels?
like skill expression when finding quirky ways to take on certain enemies that are quite a bit off meta. I'm not saying Helldivers sucks and it's the worst game ever, even though some are going to look at the video title and thumbnail, never watch a second of the video,
Yeah.
and then pass judgment about the contents and context of said video. And
That's true. That is true. Right, chat. I'm intrigued though. I don't know how to layer this out in Oh, you're sick. Oh shit, one mate. Hopefully you get better soon. Get well soon, brother. I don't know how to layer this out in a. I'm gonna put a poll up later, but all right. Say you were to quit Helldivers because of the state it's in right now. What is it that would bring you back? Like, what would bring you back to this game? What would genuinely make you go, oh, do you know what? Actually, I'm gonna reload it up. I'm gonna reload up Helldivers. That looks great. That looks phenomenal. Like, that makes me want to play. Because I think that the more we get into this, and the more that we have the conversation about things, I don't think that people really know what they want anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think we're just like, oh, we just want content. Do we, though? Like, what does that content look like? Yeah, I appreciate that, Lilith. Boss fights. Getting rid of the Galactic War modifier. I want to do my own thing rather than following the blob who makes the questionable decisions. Does that change the game? End game progression. Probably nothing. I will wander back from time to time. See how things are feeling. Trust I'd have for them to keep on fighting. Yeah. A new dev team. I don't trust Arrowhead anymore. So it's not the game. I want the game to be good. These are all really broad, chat. These are all really fucking broad. The only one who's narrowed anything down right now is Rebels. More upgrades, boss fights, going inside the ASS. Savage. To do sabotage. Better performance, more mission variety and enemy types. The better performance would bring you back. The exact same game, but it runs smoothly. And that would bring you back. I don't know if that's the truth. I don't know if that's the truth. Because it's where it becomes quite difficult to pinpoint exactly what this game needs, right? Again, Bluestone, reduce the fucking ragdoll. I don't think that would be enough to keep you. I don't. This is where we're... Stable content, maybe good word of mouth, maybe. Like, yeah, the constant weapon balancing is getting too much, honestly. Boom, agreed. Liberty Gaming, 100%. They don't need to touch any more of it. It's in a fucking good spot. I don't know why they keep tampering with it. I do know why they keep tampering with it, and it's to fill out a patch update. That's it. They're tampering with numbers, minute amount of numbers to change the game in small fucking variants. The only people that really notice it are people that really dive into the actual fucking detail. You know what I mean? the thick fillets, the clay aesthetics, the Eravins, those sorts of people will be the ones that will notice it the most, whereas most people will just see a video and go, oh my fucking god, you nerfed it? But I think that the problem, it resides in the lack of evolution. I think it resides in the lack of evolution. You see a lot of these games and they evolve time after time after time. And I know that people don't particularly like it, but I always utilize Fortnite as the perfect example. I don't play it. I don't enjoy it. It had its time in my books, but I always use Fortnite as the example because that thing just fucking evolved and evolved and evolved and evolved. And essentially the way that it worked is it's retained a really high player base, but not because the Battle Royale is fucking incredible. Yeah, but no, Bluestone, yeah, Fortnite is dying, but it's not because it's lack of trying. It's because it's saturated with bullshit. Like, they're putting wrestlers into it. They're putting in loads of, like, things. Do you know what I mean? That's why it's dying. But Fortnite evolved over and over again. So it started off as the Save the World, which was the PvE game, and then it expanded and bought the Battle Royale, and the Battle Royale erupted, and then it expanded again and made it so that actually you can create your own maps and your own game types. And then we had the death runs, and then we had if you like the normal version of the game, try it without the build mode, because nobody can keep up with the fucking teeny boppers that are playing it. And they expanded and it evolved massively, but kept its core premise. Helldivers is exactly, whether you like it or not, my argument, I think, for me personally, is valid. Helldivers is exactly where it was when it launched. The only difference is that we received the Illuminate since that point and some sub-factions. But the core game mechanics has not changed at all in 2.5 years. You guys can argue and say, but we've had the stealth missions. The stealth missions are exactly the same as the normal missions, but they just don't give you reinforcements and you have to physically go and get them back yourself. And you can only use your stratagems at certain times. The core mechanic of that game mode is exactly the same. There is absolutely no innovation in it. And even when we talk about biomes could be a way of changing the way that the game plays, okay? Biomes could. But I could take you onto 5 different planets right now, and every single one of them would look like a different variation of Earth. You've got the opportunity with a sci-fi title to make this game look fucking insane. You're in a galaxy filled with different planets, and you're telling me that every single one of them looks like the Earth or the Moon. Every single one. Like, the ability to change things up have just given no effort. And I think that is where the game loses its shine. It loses its big touch. It's not because they're not doing content correctly. It's because they're not doing content. Like, name me the last big content update, and I want examples, chat, okay, of actual content. Actual content. Because I sat on a sofa inside of Arrowhead Game Studios with Mikhail. I sat on a sofa with Mikhail. And his words to me as I said, where does this lead to? Mikhail, where does it go? Where's the ceiling for Helldivers 2? What does this evolve into? And I shit you not, Mikhail sat in front of me, the director of Helldivers 2 sat in front of me and said, there is nothing that we can't do with this game. There is no ceiling with Helldivers 2. There is no ceiling because it's our universe and it's space sci-fi. There is no ceiling at all. And yet, they've made a building and input a ceiling. Do you know what I'm saying? like, does it make sense a bit? Because I think the only person that I saw make anything specifically relevant in there is weapon customization. That was the last piece of content that we actually received. That was revolutionary for the game. That was like actually revolutionary to the game, because it changed the way that the weapons played. It changed the reason to play. And yes, everyone can say, well, Cloud, you can't say there's no content. You've not leveled up all of your weapons. No, but weapons aren't built for everybody. Weapons are built for specific playstyles. And in my playstyle, I have utilized all of the weapons that I so wish to utilize. So I have leveled up all of the weapons that I enjoy using, that I enjoy playing with, and that play inside of my playstyle, which is why there is such a vast array of different weapons, and anything that's new that comes in, it takes so long for anything else to come in. Now I just level that up to max, which is why we're doing the hyena right now. I don't particularly like the hyena. It's okay, but I will do it because it's a new weapon, and it's the newest thing to utilize. But the problem isn't that we're lacking specific things, it's that they've got no imagination, dude. None. How long have people asked for a loadout system? They've asked for it for a long time, Bluestone, but if they put in a loadout system tomorrow, it would make fucking no difference. It would make no difference because it doesn't impact the game. This is why I struggle when I obviously do these videos and people are speaking about, I want loadout systems. I want a new weapon. Where's my war bond? None of this changes the core aesthetics of the game, and they need to stop focusing on that. Stop tinkering with the numbers on the outstanding weapons. Stop making things less stronger so that people don't have to... Your box literally says that you play the game utilizing with... What is it that says? Overpowered weaponry. It doesn't feel fucking overpowered. You've put it on your box and then you've changed it. Like, stop tinkering with the numbers. Stop paying attention to all of the digits and shit from people making spreadsheets over, well, if you put a 0.1 onto this weapon, then it would feel complete. Nobody gives a fuck. Do you know what I mean? Get something revolutionary out there and do something different and evolve the title. Evolve it. Bring in biomes that have got fucking green slime leaking off of the fucking mountains. Blacked out rock. Like an obsidian style flooring that's just fucking just oozing out green liquid. It would look fucking sick. Like, play with what you've got. Play with what you've got. Because I think realistically, the problem isn't the game at all. The problem is the management behind it and the choices that they're making. The game is really, really good, but unless you expand on it, you outplay it. Like, I've always said the same thing. We will get on with the rest of this video in a moment, I promise. I'm really, really sorry because I'm on a tangent. But I've always said the same thing. When somebody comes into my chat and they go, I've never played Helldivers 2. Should I get it? Fuck 1,000,000% yes. 1,000,000% yes, man. Buy this game because you will have hundreds of hours of enjoyment out of this. What I am saying is for the outstanding community that already have hundreds of hours that they've got out of this, evolution needs to come. Do you know what I mean? Like, it needs to come. Do you know that you can farm super credits? Dude, I've got 4,000 super credits and I've not had anything to spend them on for fucking ages. Like, it's... don't get me twisted, I do get the war bonds for free, obviously. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, 100%. If anything, I am the personal, like, example of what the natural build-up of super credits looks like. That's about 8 to 9 months worth of just normal playing. Not farming, level 1s, that's normal playing. You don't get very much in terms of super credits, okay? But it's one of those. It needs to evolve somewhere. Well, let's finish the video and then we can talk further.
You know, that's kind of expected. But when you've got new reward requirements and a galactic campaign terminal and it does bupkis for the player counts, we need Arrowhead to start looking at the things that seem to really matter to this community. Is loot cool? Of course, but we used to fight for something else and still show up by the hundreds of thousands. Now, outside of new content story arcs or a war bond, which will, yes, bring players back to then soon drift away, it still leaves the systemic problem of how to deal with the feeling of apathy. And for that to have any sort of effectual change on it, that needs to begin with Arrowhead. On a side note, I truly feel this game is 100 to 150,000 concurrent player game before a war bond drops, where we add on a story arc expansion, if, big if there, if it is doing things to keep players' attention.
Ah, man, see, this is difficult, dude. This is difficult because what Buzz is talking about is tripling the current player base. That is a ×3. That's this player base on top of this player base on top of it. Like it. I don't know if we can ever be at a concurrent 150,000 again. But do I think we can float around 90,000 concurrent players? Yes. I do. I think we can double the player base in concurrent player base again. Yes. I do think that we can have spikes where something incredible happens and we spike out at about 150k, maybe 200k if we're really pushing the boat out and getting a little bit of Copium Maximus. If we're getting the Copium in there, maybe 200k. But I think that concurrent players, I don't think we could exceed 100,000. But it is double where we're at now. We could easily peak at 200,000 players, though. We can easily peak at 200,000 players for about 3 days. For about 3 days. Like, I've watched this community now for over 2 years. I've watched it go up. I've watched it go down. I've watched it go and sit in the middle point. I've watched it die at a horrible death. I've watched a review bomb play out. Like, I've watched absolutely everything. And through my experience inside of this game and my experience in the community and the developers and watching you guys do whatever it is that you do best in terms of how it is you describe it, we can hit 200,000 players, but it won't last longer than maybe 2 to 3 days. The main reason for that is because hype makes people stupid. Hype brings people in for no fucking reason at all, and then they go, okay, but I want to play a different game now. And then that drops back down, and the gradual player base drops back to the steady core players. What I'm saying is I reckon we can hit about 90,000 people at a core player base. Look at every game in time. Every single game. Do you know what I mean? I see what you mean, though. But in all best circumstances, it could last longer than a couple of days. I would encourage you to show me time periods where it lasted longer than a week. Do you know what I'm saying? Games launch things. Everybody goes, oh my God, it's shiny and new and it looks fucking great. And then people get in, they enjoy it for a good few days. And then some people go, oh, what's this fucking shiny thing? And then they dip off. And then other people get a message saying, are you jumping onto this game? Yeah. So they dip off. And before you know it, you get to the steady core player base. And that core player base, I think, can sit at 90,000 if they do things correctly. But it's about doing things correctly. And they don't generally do that. But I agree with you, Cloud. I don't know balance changes will bring players back. I think one improvement they can is to remove the Galactic War mod. Yeah, maybe. But I do think that that's an after effect. I do think it's an aftermath. I think that there needs to be a lot more to come from it before they start altering those sorts of things. I think that balance is fine. Like, I genuinely do. Weapon balance, I don't think needs to be touched anymore. I just don't. I don't think anything that you do is going to change these fucking weapons enough. Do you know what I mean? What's the point? You don't need to fucking touch it anymore. It's okay. Focus on everything else. But instead what we'll do is we'll get another big patch update and everybody will go, holy shit, we've got 72 lines of changes. Yeah, I know, but you changed the incendiary grenade to have 0.3 more impact. Who fucking cares? Like, stop twinking it. Leave it alone.
Quick, pro-consumer fixes, new mission designs, player progression and customization, and a feeling of we stand a chance even outside of following the mob. Those are all things that can break the game away from this apathy anchor, but being told that crucial in-game mechanics that at one time worked and were broken by the studio are now going to be fixed sometime before the end of the year, that doesn't cut it. I mean, if it takes over a month for Arrowhead to come up with a plan on how Helldivers, who missed out on the supply FRV, are going to get it, along with an exact date and how much of whatever resource it's going to cost, I mean, if that announcement is now taking over a month, that's a perfect microcosm for what is broken at this studio.
No, lay low. I mean it. Like, I genuinely think just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Honestly, I don't think it's needed. But what I will say though is we're now on the second incentive, right? We've had the support FRV. We've had the support FRV. We have had the new hyena. And those people who don't have it, we still don't know how they're going to obtain it. We're at a month and a half, nearly 2 months of campaigns. Month and a half? Am I right in saying that? About a month and a half. 3 weeks for a campaign so far. We've had 2 of them. Is it 2 that we've had? How many campaigns have we had? Yeah, we've successfully completed 2 campaigns. We're on the 3rd. We're halfway through the 3rd. And we still don't know how people are meant to get the gear from these first 2 campaigns. No information at all. None. 7 weeks. It's been 7 weeks.
Microcosm for what
Appreciate
is broken
that,
at this studio. Let me end with this. We all want this game to excel. Hell, I much prefer making a video saying that Helldivers 2 just broke 500,000 players versus one that's kind of themed like this. But the current state of apathy is where we are. And my fear is that it's not only going to sustain itself, but that apathy is going to continue to grow. But as always,
it is going to grow massively. And I just saw somebody say in the comments right here, by December, there won't be many players in the player base, too many great games coming out. That's the biggest problem, okay? And if you think that a Warhammer 40k Warbond is going to bring back 100,000 people when all of these games are coming out, I don't want to be that guy that's like spanning this negative fucking story. It's not happening, dude. It's not. You've got so many new games. So many new games just through October, November, August. No, what you got? September, October, November, December. Like the whole rest of the year, especially the big elephant in November. Especially the big elephant in November. But 90% of the player base is on PC for Helldivers, so I don't think that part changes. No, Duke. No, because 90% of the player base is on PC for Helldivers. Like, there is just a slither of PlayStation players playing. The rest of them are all on PC. So, like, it doesn't get affected. PC's also getting new games all the time. Yeah, just not big titles. Do you know what I mean? Like, then they're not. They're getting new games all the time, but they're not big titles. GTA, it's not going to affect Helldivers, not by any stretch of the imagination. I think that Helldivers will then drop down to maybe 30,000 concurrent players. It's not going to change it. It's really not. Majority of the player base is on PC. I play on PlayStation 5 Pro. That's just what my preference is. But majority of the player base is on PC. Statistically, around 85 to 90% of the player base plays on PC. Full fact. End of discussion. So if GTA 6 comes out, that elephant is not going to affect this game in any stretch of the imagination. Unless people are purchasing PlayStations to be able to play it, I don't think it affects them at all, because it's just not the same audience. Cloud would try to play on PC if there was cross progression. That is very true. Yes, Bluestone. That's 100% factual. I would play it on PC, but biggest PC titles I'm tracking for my use are Ace Combat and the new Total War game. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. There is a lot of titles, though, that are coming out in October and in September, I think. August and September, I've got really big title names. Loads.
That's just my 2 cents on everything, and I'm sure I left out a million talking points that were worth mentioning. Drop a comment, and let's talk about things that need to happen to energize the once vaunted Helldivers player base. If you happen to like the video...
I think that he holds a lot of really true factors. I really do. I think he holds a lot of true factors. And I think that there's a lot to be said for the game. There is a lot that can change with it. But the new Hellraiser game is coming out in October. Gonna buy it. Fair enough. That's what I'm saying. 75% of Helldivers is fan of Helldivers. And then 5% of Warhammer. This will change nothing. I don't think it will change anything. I really don't. I think we'll sit at a steady player base, but I think it will drop. I think that the Steam player base, I think that the PlayStation players, majority of them will drop off for GTA because you don't have to buy a whole console. They're gonna want to try it out because it's the biggest release of the decade. That's just the truth. People can say, I'm not bothered by GTA. You're gonna be intrigued. People are going to try and play it. Do you know what I mean? And I think that that's the honest truth. I think that people are going to give it a go, and you are going to see a slight decline. But PlayStation players are not the majority of this community. The majority of this community are all on PC. GTA is not affecting Helldivers at all. Like, my content will remain. It will still stand the way that it's standing. We'll do GTA stuff elsewhere, but we are obviously going to be doing it. But Helldivers is not going to be affected to that degree. It will just lose part of it. Helldivers will lose a player base if they don't pick their fingers out of their ass and carry on. PlayStation players will definitely drop off for GTA. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Rebels. There's not a massive amount of them. Like, there's not maybe 6,000 to the 40,000, whatever. But they are 100% going to go and play it. I don't see why they wouldn't. I just don't. I don't see why they wouldn't at all. There's no real reason for it. But here we are. It's where we stand. Do you know what I mean? It's where we stand. Still more than the 10 Xbox players. Yeah, I know, right? Duke, we're looking at you, man. We're looking at you. But, like, it's one of those, man. It's one of those. Right, I think for today, though, I think that's a good way to end it off. We are in the summer holidays here in the UK. Let me go into full cam. We are in the summer holidays here in the UK, which does mean that, unfortunately, all of the kids are off on fucking holiday. Okay? So the stream schedule is going to be here, there, and fucking everywhere. We're still going to be live every single week. We've still got things coming for your faces. Content every single day is still going to be normal. Do you know what I mean? That's all still going to pumble up as per usual. But obviously, dad duties do apply. So sometimes there may be no streams when you think that there probably would be. Tuesdays are borderline a given. Expect to stream every single Tuesday without fail. Kids for 6 weeks, yay. Do you know what I mean? You don't get to talk. You play on PC with a controller, Plim. Fair, true. Fair. But yeah, I think it's going to be one of those. I think that I think the game's got a very interesting few months ahead of it. And if they don't do something at this point, I don't know what they're going to do. So it's a wild time to be a Helldiver, that's for sure. Plim, appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for the gifted. Appreciate you so fucking much, my brother. Appreciate you. Oh, and it went to Duke as well. Legend. Fucking legend. Right, chat, we're going to be leaving it there. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you stay tuned as we've got more content coming for your faces tomorrow morning. And make sure you check out the second channel. We've been covering Arc Raiders over on there for a little while now. So if you guys want to stay tuned to that one, then it would be greatly appreciated. We've been growing that a lot, man. We've got like 1,000 new subscribers over there in the last week. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for the follows, all of the subs, all of the likes. We are going to leave it there, though. So thanks so much again for watching. If you haven't already, like, subscribe. Appreciate your faces. And as always, until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds. Thanks again, boys.